and succulent growers, it's Lynn and welcome to my winter cacti and succulent polytunnel update. And I've been wanting to do this video since the beginning of the year, but it has been very wet and windy and it's not been practical to come in here to film. So this is the first dry and not windy, bright day that we've had. I've actually been able to come in and do a bit of an update. So apologies for the late video, but I said I was going to do this in the new year. And I'm just going to show you around the plants, how the plants are doing. And I'm going to do probably a whole collection tour video in the next few weeks where I'm going to scan all over the plants. You'll be able to see them. At the moment, we've got the heater on at the moment as keeping it nice in here at 5 Celsius, 41 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is very cold today, guys, which is why the heater has switched itself on. So I'm wrapped up warm in here to film an update video. I'm going to be focusing on the ones that are in bud or that are in flower. Now, I'm going to first of all focus on what we've got in flower. Now, these are my, in bud I should say, these are my Slumbergira cacti, commonly known as the Christmas and Thanksgiving cacti. This one I've just knocked over, so I'll put that straight. And these are would normally be flowering for me in December, but they are still in bud and they're happy. I mean, they're lots of different buds on them, different colours there. I've got my lovely little pink flowering one as well there, all in bud. These ones here, a lot of them I've grown from seed. But I think the weather has been so cold at the beginning of December, it's really set back a lot of the flowering, which is why they're still hanging on to the buds. But hopefully they should be blooming very soon. And this is my white flowering one as well, still in bud. It's been in bud like that for about 2 months. So everything is a bit slow to get going this year because I think it has been bitterly cold. And although we have the heater on, when we had that very cold spell in December, it struggled to keep it above 3 Celsius in here. It was that cold. So I think it's been a bit of a setback for them, but they're happy and healthy and they're doing okay. Looking forward to seeing the blooms on them soon. And then here I've got a lot of my Trichocereus here. They're all overwintering very well, and bigger puntia there. There's not really anything happening with these because they are just overwintering. So I won't see much signs of life or growth probably till the March, April time. There my big Oreocereus at the back and other types of plants just overwintering well. Here I've got some seedlings as well, sort of overwintering. More seedlings down there of different types, Lobivias and Matucana. Here as well, more types of seedlings, Mammillarias, and also my little Phthia baby toes as well. And then here I have a large collection of all my lophophoras, and these are overwintering really well. No harm to them with the cold freeze. They're very cold hardy. So again, they're just wintering and not really anything going to be happening on them till the springtime. This is my Discocaria elephantypes. And what is strange about this actually started to come into growth in the December time. It had a new growth on it. And I don't know whether the cold spell, because it was about 3 Celsius in here, whether it knocked back the growth, but it's died back again. And I've just left it, so hopefully it should start to come up again. I think it's just been cold, but I think it's doing okay. I don't think it's dead or anything. Here then is some of my Pinocereus gregae seedlings as well, overwintering. Here I've got more lophophoras, all different types. Again, sort of overwintering, not much nothing happening with these. They're just enjoying their winter rest, but they've got through the cold spell perfectly okay. Then here on this table, and I've got some things to show you that aren't doing too well, I think possibly because of the cold spell. Now, the good news is my Ariocarpuses here, these have got through okay, no trouble there. And they're overwintering well, my Luctemburgia and some Matucanas as well. These ones seem to be doing okay. My white flowery Matucana as well, that's got through okay. My Telocacti, they're doing okay. This one's looking very shriveled, but this one, when I water it in the spring, it plumps back up again. And more Telocactus there. My big old Luctemburgia principis, that's doing okay too, just resting. They're all bone dry, so I haven't given these any water, and I think that's why they got through the cold spell well, even though we have the heater on. As I say, it did drop to 3C a lot of the time, which isn't ideal, but they got through it. However, this one here, this is one of our other Matucana medicinoriums, and look at it. It's like orange scabbing all on it, and it's not spider mite because I know what spider mite looks like. And I haven't sprayed anything on this either. I don't know what this yellow scabbing is, but this has sort of appeared after the cold spell. Now, it's not rotting, it's not soft or anything like that, and I'm just leaving it. Matucana do prefer to be kept at a minimum of about 8 Celsius, about 48 degrees Fahrenheit. And when it was very cold during the early December time, and the heater was struggling to keep it at any more than 3 Celsius, I did throw bubble wrap over them, and I also put some fleece cloth as well. But I do think that this could be, it's not soft and it's not rotting, but we're going to see how it goes. That's one that doesn't look too good. Here I've got some more seedlings, also Eriosice there. Cleister cactus, monkey's tail, one I've grown from seed, little cutie, and that's one of the mother plants there. And here on this table I have a lot of my some of my astrophytums there. They're doing well, and also some more these are Copiopoas. They've come through okay, and my ferro cactus, they're absolutely perfect, very cold hardy there. Neoporteria, absolutely fine. And then on the floor here I have some of my succulents, mostly aloes, and they're just overwintering pretty well. I have some more of my other aloes here. Some of them have been flowering because some of them are winter flowering, but the majority of them are sort of pretty much resting, as you can see. And gasterias and haworthias as well. And my adramistras, I have one of these adramistras that has been flowering for a few weeks. Little tiny flowers, look at that, absolutely cute. So happy to see that's the first time bloomer for me as well. And what else is flowering? These are the succulents, and most of these are overwintering too, but I'm happy to say I have got signs of blooms and buds. This one here is my it's a cotyledon anyway, your cotyledon tomentosa bear's paw. And this one is coming into bloom. It's in bud there, so very excited about that. Also my Echeveria setosa, that is coming into bud as well. And then this one, my Crassula, the giant form, has been blooming for absolutely weeks, well before Christmas. And look at the beautiful blooms on that. It's lovely to have these winter bloomers at this time of year. And I think pretty much else is resting, except I have got, I'll just show you here, my Crassula Marneriana, that is in little bloom as well. Tiny little posies of little white blooms, very cute. And also my other one I have in a hanging basket as well is also blooming. Very sweet, as you can see there, little blooms. Now I have another Crassula as well. I'm not sure exactly what this type of variety is, but this is also coming into little bloom as well. Loads of little buds there, very exciting to see in the winter time. My lovely monkey's tail cactus has been sitting in bud all through the winter. It sort of came into bud late in the year, and I did have one flower come out of it, but these buds are just sitting here, and I don't think it's going to bloom obviously in the winter time, so maybe the spring might give them a bit of a kickstart again. But it's happy and it's healthy and it's lovely and hairy. Isn't it just gorgeous? And here I have some more of my Schlumbergers, commonly known as Thanksgiving cactus. These are still sitting in bud. It's going to be a lovely blooming display on these when they do bloom. And I'm looking forward to seeing all these blooming, hopefully very soon. As I say, it's late for them to come into bloom in January. Not unusual, but these would normally be blooming at least in November, December for me. I think the cold weather has really knocked them back a bit. And here I've got the true Christmas cactus, Schlumberger Buckley, and I've got this one in a hanging basket. Again, this is all packed in buds, but they're still hanging on to the buds. But it's going to be probably a few more weeks before I think this is going to be blooming for me. I do have a hanging basket here with some more Schlumbergeras in pink red. This one is blooming. I've also had my gold charm blooming that's in the same basket, and some pink flowering ones. So they've been blooming, gorgeous as you can see. But that's the only ones that have been sort of blooming, as well as now I've had my orange Brazil blooming in the bathroom as well for me. My other Schlumberger truncata as well. This is one that's probably about 70 years old, and this is packed with buds, as you can see. Again, it's probably going to be another few weeks before this is actually blooming, so I've had to be very patient with the Christmas and Thanksgiving cacti this year. And what I'm going to do, because this video is already 10 minutes, I'm just, as I say, focusing on this side, and I'm going to do part 2 when I'm going to be focusing on the other side. So do stay tuned for that video coming up in the next few days. So I've covered on this, and I'm going to show you what we've got here in the hanging baskets. I have my Epiphyllum Pegasus overwintering well. Now usually from sort of late February, early March, I start to see signs of buds on these, and they pretty much dormant at this time of year, and then they come into bud from late February, sort of early March time. Here my Aporo cactus, and this is another succulent that's took home in there. That has also been flowering lovely, coming to the end now, but it has been in lovely bloom. And this is one of my Selenoceriuses. Ideally they like to be kept a little bit more warmer, but this is sort of overwintered okay in here anyway. And come across, this is what I'm going to be excited to show you about. And this is my string of bananas here, and a string of pearls. This is quite shriveled, so I'm going to have to give this a bit of watering in the winter time. And I'm going to keep, because the weather has gone very cold again at the moment, I'm going to keep this on the dry side until probably the weather starts to warm up again in a few days time. Another one of my Epiphyllums here, and here I have my string of tears, and I'm very excited about this because this is in winter bloom. Look at this, guys, and this is the first time blooming for me. Lovely, lovely little bloom there, and also another little bloom here. Really, really cute. And then here on this side here I have, as I mentioned, my Gasterias, my Adramistras, Haworthias and Aloes, a mixture of different ones. And as I say, this one is in lovely flower spike. And most of these are overwintered. I've had some of the Aloes that have been flowering, but I haven't, as I mentioned, it's been so windy, I've not really been in to be able to film or do much in here. I normally knock out a load of videos in here in the polytunnel, but it's just not been practical to come out and work. But they're all overwintering well, as you can see there. But they're all doing okay. They've got through the cold spell, which is the most important thing. And the succulents will all start picking up again once spring arrives. And I just cannot wait for spring this year. So that's that. I'm going to focus on this side in part 2 coming up in the next few days. As I say, I have these Slumbergeras that's blooming there. So I have a lot of cacti to get through, but I just have to show you something before I end this video. This here is my Rhipsalis pilocarpa, and I'm happy to say it's in beautiful winter bloom. And look at that, guys. This is both a winter and a summer bloomer. Gorgeous little blooms. Really, really cute there. So very, very happy to see that. And they have a lovely scent to them. I can actually smell them when I came into the polytunnel. They have a little bit like a jasmine-y vanilla scent. They're gorgeous, very tiny. And they have a lovely sort of pinkish sort of orange in the middle of them. I don't know if the camera picks it up. It's not brilliant macro, and the lighting's not good when I lift up here to the roof. But I hope you can see the lovely blooms. They're very pretty, and that does well in a hanging basket there. And as I say, I have a lot of Trichocereus and other types of plants, which I'm going to focus on in part 2 and show you what's happening. But basically, this is all this side here, all doing well. And as the only casualty I can see, and I don't think it's dead, I just think it's been scarred, is one of these Matucana medicinorums. As I say, it's got that strange, it almost looks like something's been sprayed on it, but I know I haven't sprayed on it, and I don't use any chemicals or anything, or even the rubbing alcohol in the winter time. I just keep everything dry in here, but I think that's cold damage. But I'm happy to say I got through that cold spell without losing any plants, and fingers crossed that it's going to be like that, because sometimes you don't see damage straight away. We'll see how it all comes on, but they're doing okay. So that's this side done, and stay tuned for the video update coming up soon in the next few days of part 2. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and if you haven't done already, please do subscribe. Don't forget to click the like button, and press the notification bell as well to be notified when I upload new videos. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Desert Plants of Avalon. And for more growing tips, do please check out my website, desertplantsofavalon.com. I want to wish you all a fantastic plant-powered day!